Alright, hey everyone, this is Munchie. I'm developing the Hardcore Challenge plugin for Lotro, and I want to get right to it. There's still a lot of work that I want to get done, so let me just show you kind of like what's working, what's not working, what's kind of planned. You can check out the main Reddit post. I guess I'll link it in the description of this video. It's not going to be like a public YouTube video anyway. It's not really meant for like views or anything. So yeah, I'll mention it in the description where the public Reddit post is. You'll be able to see the like further like development thoughts and like my thought process on the Reddit post. Maybe there's a better place to post these things, but for now that'll work. So what we have right now is our character. We're in front of the Hardened Traveler because we want to test some things out. And the goal of this plugin is to basically hold ourselves accountable to any like rules that we set for ourselves. Lotro unfortunately is running off, well, fortunately and unfortunately is running off of Lua 5.1, which is kind of a language that I don't really understand. I'm learning it little by little. But as far as I know, it's pretty restrictive in what the client can communicate with the plugin. So not everything is like fully observed. For instance, there are rules that I have created that are typical in Iron Man game modes, like in RuneScape or like WoW or something like that, where you can't use your like mail or anything. These things are kind of like gonna have to be on like an honor-based system. So like if you select these rules, the plugin's not gonna fail you for now. I haven't figured out a way to do it, but the plugin's not gonna fail you. But it's just one of those rules that you can keep track of. I know if like some people are doing like challenge runs where it's like get to the highest level, and people could just kind of like craft their way all the way up there without actually like fighting any monsters or like facing any like real danger. So these are things that we will probably be able to implement and fail the run. But for now, I just want to make sure that the like core plugin is working. So one of the things that I have gotten to work right now is the no grouping and landscape difficulty lock. The other stuff that I've been able to do, I've been able to also do like the revive system, so you can select between permadeath, 3 revives, 2 revives, whatever. It's kind of like an easy, medium, hard mode, and maybe we'll add more options, but I think this is kind of like, if we're doing a hardcore challenge add-on, we don't need to have more lives than that. So let's just for testing purposes do the 1 revive, the hard mode. And this kind of tells you activating this challenge permanently locks the selected rule. So like once you select everything, all these options or whatever, you won't be able to change them in the future. Landscape difficulty lock requires fearless or above, enabled by level 10. So you can't like level up to like level 20 and then set all these rules. I know there are starting areas where you can access the Hardened Traveler earlier, or like beginner zones that you can access it earlier. But basically I kind of padded it all the way to like level 10. Sure, if you're doing like a landscape difficulty 9, you kind of want to do that from the beginning, from level 1 to like really test your ability. But for now, level 10 is where you want to do it. If you're higher than level 10, then it'll fail the run, or it won't even let you start one. So right now it'll do these checks, so we'll start the challenge. Rules cannot be changed. It's kind of like a confirmation thing, so it'll cycle through a few options, and then confirm will finally confirm it. So right now our character is, I'm going to close this down for a second. This is something that I want to mention later. Right now we are at difficulty level 4, so it will allow us to accept the rule set. If we were to be in difficulty level 0, and we try to do the landscape lock. Here you can see again, requires fearless or above. Cannot start, select difficulty 3, fearless or higher first. So we can't even start the challenge if we are doing landscape difficulty at level 0. Maybe I could change that in the future, but for now I think landscape difficulty 3 is a good starting point for that. So let's change our character into landscape difficulty 3. We will go back to our toggle window. Let's do the grouping and the non-grouping, or like solo and landscape difficulty lock. Start it. Rules cannot be changed. Confirm. And now we are locked. Right now, I forgot to change it back to one revive, but I guess I can show you the permadeath system at the same time. And this is our main status window. If we go back to the rules, you can see that the rules are locked. We can't select them. We can't change the rules. I have like a reset test state that I'll probably uh, share with you guys when I do like some QA testing, and you guys can like debug and like try to break the plugin. You know, I'm sure there's a million ways to break it at the moment. But yeah, this is the main status window. I kind of like the way it looks, to be honest, like the colors and kind of like how it's displayed. It's like very simple and clear. I'm not a designer, and in the future I'll work on like designing the plugin and making it look nice and cool or whatever. But yeah, status is active, rule set permadeath, no revives, death 0, revives remaining. And I'll show you later on how this changes when we select different revives. Runtime 28 seconds, I believe, since we've clicked on the start challenge. So this is one of the things I want to change, and I'll kind of explain to you guys later. Right now I kind of want to show you guys how the mod actually works. Mod add-on plugin, you guys know what I mean. Locked difficulty at level 3. Current effect level 3, and this is the reason why I did it. There was a issue that we probably could have ran on, because you get a buff when you go on to different difficulty levels, or a debuff, buff, whatever. And that's kind of one way to check if you are on the correct landscape difficulty. But if you go here in Thorns Hall, the festival arena, it removes that buff from you. So I was kind of afraid of failing a challenge run just because, you know, you don't have the buff anymore. So I couldn't do like tracking of the buff to verify if you were still part of the challenge or if it was valid or not. So if we go back to the status window, it says we're still locked to 3. The current effect is temporarily unverified, no violation recorded. So we haven't lost the challenge yet, just because we don't have the buff. So the only way that we can actually lose this is if obviously we die, we create another rule violation, or we drop in our landscape difficulty. So right now we're at 3. If we go down to 2, we fail. We get a game over screen. It'll give us all the stats, and I just included this right now, like what was your last used difficulty, and it'll give you a reason. Landscape difficulty lowered below the locked difficulty. So you're kind of locked every time you go up in difficulty, or whichever one that you choose, you're locked to that one. It'll give us a runtime of 2 minutes and 43 seconds. And it'll also give us like the detect change. This is kind of like a debug feature, but I'll probably leave it in just so you can like really see like what happened here. And completed difficulty 2, daring, locked minimum was 3, so that's why you failed it, because you went back. One of the features that I did want to make sure, let's just reset. Oh yeah, let's show you the status of how it looks when it's failed. And this is how it looks when it's failed. So you didn't die, so deaths are still 0, revives are still 0, whatever. All this information is still good, but violation detected, difficulty lowered below difficult, lock difficulty. So you can keep this screen up after you close the game over screen. Cool. All right, so let's reset it. Let's kind of do the same thing. Let's add a revive so that we can test like actually dying. And we're gonna start this challenge. Oh crap, that's right. We have to actually increase this, huh? Yep, it's always good to test these things. 1 revive, perfect. And let's go ahead, and now we're active again, difficulty 5. I do want to show you guys that if we go up, we don't fail, right? Yeah, we don't fail, but now our lock difficulty is 6. We can't go back down. So it kind of verifies the current effects now, and now we're verified again. Down here, okay, I'll explain to you guys what this means down here, but yes, perfect. That works. All right, let's go die. Let's use up one of our revives. I love Everluin, by the way. Yeah, I think there are like mobs pretty close by. Just over this hill. It's landscape difficulty 6, so we should probably die a little bit faster. I removed all my equipment, right? Yeah, just kind of speed this along. I really want to make this add on kind of like a social thing as well, and like kind of like bring the community together. Everyone's been super helpful on Reddit, to be honest. I didn't expect that much help, but you guys have been absolutely amazing. There's some blue crags here. I can probably like pull some of these. And that, wow, first hit was a miss? No way. Alright. Actually, holy moly, 22 damage. I am doing like a solo landscape difficulty 9 run, and yeah, I forget how much damage you can actually take here. Alright, so we are dead. I don't have like a game over screen pop up when you use a revive or even the status window. Maybe I'll do that. The status window, just so that you can like keep track of it like immediately when you do go down. But let's just open up the status window. And now you can see that the status is still active. We have not lost our run yet because our rule set was 1 revive, but we have gone up in deaths. We have 1 death and 0 revives remaining. Our runtime is still here, and I really like this feature that I implemented, which is like a death history. So it'll tell you what you died to, what was the last hit that hit you, and yeah. Let's see, everything else is working just fine. All the rules in these windows are still good. I'm still like debugging every single time. I'm trying to look at features that are not working or working. Let's revive right here. We can always like revive for free in the other section as well, but let's quickly die right now. I think one of the features that I haven't added or even like considered doing yet is like, what if you die to like fall damage? Does it show that, like, that you died to a fall damage, or does it show some other random stuff that your morale just hit 0? I'll implement that in the future. Alright, so now that we died the second time, you can see that we have no more revives, so the game over screen did show up. It gives us our status of like what our character was, so our name, the level that we died, what our class and race was, and at what difficulty we lost. Reason: defeated in battle. If you broke the rule before that you saw, it'll tell you reason that you changed like your difficulty or whatever. Runtime 3 minutes. Death history, and it'll show you this. Oh man, it's not centered, but all these little things are so hard to like script and program for me still. But yeah. It'll tell you what you died to, and then this one, yeah, okay, so it switched the mobs, right? So the second time, the final death was at level 7. I died to the blue crag, a moderate melee attack for 33 common damage. My goodness. But yeah, and then it says the raw combat line, the foul blue crag scored a critical hit with a moderate melee attack on Northerner for 33 common damage. Pretty cool, right? So that's kind of like what I want to share with you guys right now. I want you guys to like debug this and like mess around with it and see like if there's like weird I guess game events or quest events or something like that that can like fail our run unintentionally. One of the ones that I predict coming up that I haven't gotten to that point in the game yet either, like myself, is like when you're forced to die for like an epic quest or like a different type of quest or like event. I'm assuming certain things that I can try to do to like void a death during that time frame. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but there are some ideas that I have, and I'll have to test it when I get there. If anyone has any ideas, please share it on like the main Reddit thread. So we are completely dead. I don't have it like right now. I don't want the plugin to be like super intrusive where you like have to delete your character or something, and like you know, you can't like move things around or whatever, like forces it, like locks you out of your character. So right now you can always see that the hardcore challenge is always there, so every time you toggle and untoggle the window, it'll show you that you have failed. The second feature that I added, which is like our most desired feature, or my most desired feature and the most exciting one, is the shared hardcore activity like challenge board that will gather information from the entire community that's using the plugin, and it'll kind of keep track of everyone's status and like where they're at in their run. Right now, since there are different types of runs that you can choose, like permadeath, 3 revives, 2 revives, whatever, it's all put together, and there's not like a separate like challenge board for those runs. But you know, maybe in the future we'll do like separate challenge boards for that. but right now it's all just together. I haven't tested it while I'm dead, so I want to see if the status shows that it's failed right now. So let's go ahead, and in your status window you'll have a share your progress button, and this looks ugly, but this is the way we're going to share it. It's going to send this chat message down here and into the chat. It'll read it from the say chat and then populate the message over here. Oh, awesome. It does say status has failed. So it didn't say like why we failed it, but it does show the deaths, the level, the playtime that we had on our character, the grouping rule set that we had. So it was either solo or grouping allowed. Landscape difficulty was 6 and run type was 1 revive. So yeah, 1 revive, 2 deaths, failed. Awesome. Okay, that works. That's so cool. I'm so excited for that. I'm the only one that has this plugin right now, but you can technically just like copy and paste this chat message and populate it. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to like not have people do that, right? So you can just like copy and paste, and I guess you can do this. Or what would it be if I change the time? So rather than 07 010, I want to see if it updates. Yeah, it'll update. So this is me just copy and pasting chat, and you can like manipulate the board that way. There's got to be a way that I can fix it. I have some ideas, and maybe it'll work in the future. All right, cool. So that's like the other thing that I would really wanted to share, is that now whoever has the plugin, if they share their progress, it'll tell you exactly where everyone's at. The inspiration from that was from LFF board plugin, which is really cool when you're looking for like parties and stuff. Let's reset everything, unload everything. We're gonna load these back up. Okay, everything seems to save, so that's another thing. So like through play sessions, I want to make sure that your rules and your status of your hardcore run is still like active. The only thing that I have trouble with right now is the runtime. Right now, the runtime is like logging even your offline hours, and it's calculating the difference between like, you know, if you started the run at 2 o'clock in the morning and then you ended it at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Even if you were logged off, it'll like calculate the difference, and that's what the runtime is. I maybe want to keep that, but I kind of really just want to keep it as the /played command. I just don't know why it's not working. Maybe somebody can help me with that, because right now I've been playing on this character for 1 day, 7 minutes and 43 seconds at level 7. Yeah, this game is so grindy, right? But anyway, let's reset it. I want to show you guys the landscape difficulty lock, the other rule sets that we can do. So permadeath, let's start this really quick. Confirm, and then I want to share this just for testing purposes. Bam, permadeath run type, difficulty, grouping allowed 7, 0 playtime, 0 deaths, active. Beautiful. Tell me what you guys think. Oh, there's so much work to do, but I'm excited. Take care.